Hi guys, it's Nikki, creator of Nikki's Homemade Crafts. Today I would like to teach you really quickly how to do the corner to corner or C2C. I will also teach you how to do the increases. That means the extra little pixels or squares, and how to decrease as well. Now, doing the corner to corner is a very fast and very easy way to create either a pixel graph, a blanket, or something that needs to be textured, like I've done gloves with them, or any other kind of little item like pouches or something like that. So let me get started. All you need is a yarn and a hook. So let me make sure you guys see everything. So I'm going to zoom in a bit. All right. So the first thing you should know is that when you create a corner to corner, there's different ways to do it, meaning with different stitches. The technique itself is the same, just you can use different stitches. So the main part is you're using first 3 chains, and then the additional chains that you need to add depends on which stitch you're using. So let's say you're using a double crochet, then you're doing 3 additional ones. If you're doing a half double crochet, you're doing 2 additional ones. You can even use 4 for a treble crochet, and if you use 2 or just 1, then it would be a single crochet, though it would not be looking like a square in the end. So the most common ones that I use is half double crochet and double crochet. Double crochet 3 additional ones, 2 for half double crochet. I'm going to use for this tutorial double crochets, so you have 3 chains plus 3. Okay, so once you've done that, I like to go into the back bump, so I turn my chain and we're going into from the end counting 1, 2, 3 into the first, second, and third. We're going to create a double crochet. So this one, the third one, would also be the 4th from the hook. So this will be the first double crochet. Then here would be the second double crochet and the third double crochet. So you made your first square or pixel, however you like to say it. Now you are needing to increase to the next row, so you need to do the same again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chains for the half double crochet as you're increasing. Okay, again, I do the same technique as I did over here. I'm going into the 4th, 5th, and 6th chain from the hook and creating double crochets in each one of them. Just like that. Once you've done that, some people get stuck over here. It's actually very easy. All you have to do is flip it. So the first one, you're flipping it, okay? Then in that last one right here, where you see those chains, that's where you're going into. You're doing a slip stitch into that space right there, okay? That's where the 3 chains are from that beginning chain 6. Now you're doing a chain of 3, not 6, because it's within this row. Now the rows are not horizontal vertically, they're diagonal, okay? So if you're still in the same diagonal row, then you're just doing a chain of 3 or 2 if you have half double crochets. Then you're doing the same thing again. You're doing 3 double crochets into that same space. Now you're done with row 2. So now we need to increase to row 3. So again, you're doing 6 chains. And you're doing the process again of doing these half double crochets into the 4th, 5th, and 6th chain. And now you're doing the flip again. You're flipping it over like this, and again you're going where the chain of 3 is, the very last one right here. You're doing a slip stitch into it, just like that. I want to make sure everything is nice and sharp. Now you're doing a chain of 3 again, just like this. And you're doing half double crochets again, 3 of them, into the same space. Then you're doing a slip stitch to the next pixel or square, and you're doing it again. Chain of 3 and 3 double crochets. Now you're finished row 3. Again, remember it is diagonal, okay? So now we're going to do decreases. So let me teach you how to do the decrease. So instead of doing a chain of 6 now, you are flipping it and you're working your way back to that chain of 3 right here, okay, by doing slip stitches, okay? So it should be 4 slip stitches, just like that. Now you're in that row 4 and you're doing a chain of 3 and you're doing your double crochets. Let me get some more yarn. Now we did 3. And now you're slip stitching again to the chain of 3 from the neighboring pixel or square. And we're repeating the process. And you're doing a slip stitch again to the neighboring square to connect the 2. And now we're doing our last one. So we're now doing a decrease again, going back over here. So we're flipping it and we're doing 4 slip stitches into the double crochets as well as the chain of 3 that we created earlier. Okay, now you're doing a chain of 3. You're doing the same again, that means 3 double crochets. And you're connecting it to the neighboring one with a slip stitch. And now you're done. So obviously this is a very tiny one, but you can expand it. So you just have to go further and further. Instead of doing the decrease that I showed you, you would just keep continuing doing increases until you reach the area that you need to stop. And then you start doing decreases and you work your way back. So you always work from one corner to the opposite corner in a diagonal way. It is a very easy and fast technique, and it is very useful to get a textured blanket. There are so many out there. You can create your own pixel graph by simply doing, using a graph paper or Excel and creating your own pixel graph pretty much just by using different colors per square. So this would be 1 square or 1 pixel, and you can create wonderful pictures with them. And you can even make portraits with them, depending on how big you make it. I hope this video was helpful on how to create a corner to corner, and I hope you subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on social media, and have a wonderful day and see you next time. Thank you. Bye.